As a small business gets grows larger, we've divided them into 4 stages. Stage 1 is 2 to 9, stage 2 is 10 to 24, stage 3 is 26 to 49, stage 4 is 50 to 99. You'll see that productivity decreases. The larger the entity, the more overhead, therefore the less productivity. When you say, well, when you get really big, that's all much better, right? That improves dramatically in short. Well, not exactly. Because here's some numbers. Microsoft, for example, yes, where you have a business that is essentially about ideas, that's $600,000 per employee, roughly. But it goes down to Wendy's, $53,000 per capita. That's what the employees generate. You look at a company like Walmart, it's $200,000. Well, you could have small businesses and be more productive. Okay, so big business is not necessarily more productive. Small business actually is more productive. And why is that? Because small business owners are more directly connected to the fundamentals of the business. It's about the business. Let's look at this. One of the most rewarding and frustrating things about owning a small business. What's the most rewarding thing? Keeping customers happy. Big business talks about it, small business doesn't. What's even more interesting is down at the bottom you'll see meeting new people all the time. Small business owners value the idea of relationships, personal relationships, turning customers into friends. I can't conceive of some of the corporate heads of General Motors thinking about, I want to make friends with our customers. I'd like to have them over for lunch. It doesn't happen. Small business does. So the fundamentals that drive small business are up close, personal, and direct. What else? What else is interesting is the reasons that you go into business in your case in the first place is, for example, being able to make my own decisions. Not having to rely on the people who are not necessarily smarter than I am to make decisions on my behalf. Making my own way. Okay? These are fundamentals that make America interesting. Doing something for a living that I love to do. Do you think we can say that of the upper levels of American corporate management? If that's true, then why do they plan their retirement on the day they get their first job? Why do they talk about exit strategies when they negotiate that contract? Because they don't love doing what they do. They love making the money. Small business owners love doing what they do. That's what makes it so strong and fundamental. Let's go on. How does each of the following matter most to you? My employees. My employees. That's what matters most. Then my customers, and eventually myself. If a big business followed, there would be no question that they would be successful. It doesn't happen that way. All right, let's look at some more information. In any economy, there are reasons for optimism and reasons for pessimism. This was taken in May of 2009. What are the reasons for optimism? Being creative. Okay? Not talking about creativity, not going to innovation seminars, not having innovation consultants. Oh wait, I'm an innovation consultant. No, that's a good thing. Bring them in by all means. It's about being creative, knowing how to figure things out for yourself. It's seeing new opportunities. What were the things that were reasons for pessimism in America? The bailout. It went to negative numbers. What else? The new administration. What else? Changes in taxes. Okay, small business in America is responding to the realities as they're evolving, but left to their own devices, wonderful things will happen. Remember that movie 2001? Wonderful things. Wonderful things can happen in new business. All right, let's go on. The future of America. In the write-up, it mentioned that I was or am, or will be, a futurist, one of the above. What do I project for the future? I project for the future that small business in America in the next couple of decades will be 70% of the economy, or we sure as hell wish they would. Because we will pay the penalty. But I really believe that small business is going to not only come back, but grow and be a much larger component of the economy. Why would I believe that? Well, I believe that for a couple of reasons. We are at an interesting moment in time. Two things are converging in a wonderful way. The first one is enabling architecture. One of the reasons you have big business is because, you guys know Coca-Cola's vision? Coca-Cola's vision as a company? Coca-Cola's vision as a company is not taste good, not be sweet. It's put a Coke within an arm's length of everyone on the planet. It's a distribution play. Coca-Cola could not do that without a huge infrastructure. They had to build the capacity to be able to put a Coke within an arm's length of everyone on the planet. Today, thanks to UPS, FedEx, and all of the other infrastructure, 5 of us could go out and become a global business tomorrow. Because the infrastructure is in place. So small can be big. What about production, you say? Well, you need plants, you need manufacturing facilities, you need to have lots of infrastructure. Not really. You can contract everything, anywhere, anytime, anyhow, and you can scale it. So you need, 1 million pieces of something, you go to Singapore. You need 2 million, you go to Singapore and China, and on we go. And it can be shipped anywhere by FedEx and brought anywhere. Oh, well, how about telling the world who you are? You need big advertising budgets. You need, what you need is the internet. You need the ubiquitous capacity for being able to connect with anybody, anywhere, anyhow. So big business, the advantages of big businesses have pretty much gone away because the universal infrastructure exists for small business to be big. Matter of fact, one of the fascinating things is when you go online now and you check out a company, you say, my God, they're huge. Then you meet with them, both of them, the entire staff.